Hey, what's up, guys? So, since last time, I have managed to get my iron thing working. I really don't know how I got it to work. I just relogged whenever I did it last time, and then all of a sudden it was working. So, I'm guessing maybe there was some kind of issue, I don't know, just with like synchronization or something. I'm not really sure, but it works now. I've had it running for quite a while. It's already generated even more than this. I think I have some iron plates over there in the chest, but this build is effectively done. The only things I did to modify it after I got it working was to add these item meter sensors. The numbers are kind of counterintuitive, but essentially because I want 6 charcoal and 14 of the mineral sand, I have to set these to greater than. So basically, what will happen is that if there is, like, for example, 5 charcoal in here, that doesn't fill the requirement of the greater than 5, whereas 6, which is the amount that I need, would fill that requirement. So it would allow that redstone signal to toggle, and same with the mineral sand. And to make sure that there is always a sort of a three-way check between the item contents of these and also of the crucible the crucible temperature rather, which is like the requirement to drop things in. I have this AND gate here, which is from Project Red, and fortunately it kind of comes with a three-way input. So essentially, as long as both item sets are fulfilled here, so as long as I have however much charcoal I need and however much mineral sand I need, whenever that final pulse comes in from the um, what do you call it? From the pouring system, it will allow the items to get dropped in. So because I don't have, I guess, is it the mineral, or rather, I don't think I have enough. Oh wait, actually, I don't know what's wrong here. Hold on, maybe I'm mislooking at what I'm seeing here. I'll get rid of these bricks in a second. I just want to take a look. This doesn't seem to be. Oh, never mind. Yeah, sorry. This is a. I forgot this. This is working off the logic of redstone torches. So it's the inputs toggle off the torch, which allows the system to flow. So because there is, if you imagine these as redstone torches, I guess this one is being toggled off because there is one input currently on, and this is on as its own redstone torch. So whenever redstone comes in on this side, it will deactivate this, which will deactivate that little line there, and then this redstone torch will activate, which will allow the materials to be dumped into the hoppers. So, oh, actually, it just happened there. It was very, very quick, but everything was pretty much lined up perfectly. So, it does work. You can see the iron plates just poured out. I forgot that this works off the logic of redstone torches. So that because these two are fulfilling their requirements, the two item ones, those lines are on and those redstone torches are off. So that all works very pleasantly. I haven't had any issues with it at all, and fortunately, the system doesn't actually even need this primer. It should automatically sort of start itself up when I turn the burning box on. So I could actually remove this. I might just keep it here for now, just in case I need to test it. But I'll probably end up removing that pretty shortly because it's not necessary. And the reason that logic works is because once it gets up to the temperature that it would expect with iron to be able to pour it out, it will sort of just trigger that system, and then all the materials will get dumped in. So even though there's nothing in the crucible initially, it'll automatically fill itself up. So that's just sort of like a byproduct of the logic built into this, and it will also automatically turn itself off when it doesn't have any of the required materials because we have this temperature threshold here, which was only it's only going to reach that temperature if there is no material in there. So, and no material will get dumped in as long as either one of these are not fulfilled. So it's sort of like a catch-all system there, which I really appreciate. And another thing I was working on was sort of expanding this area here just to get myself ready for more, I guess, industry. So I'm going to start doing acids pretty soon. And I just expanded the walls a bit, and I'm going to end up building them up higher. I know I keep saying that, and I don't end up doing it. It's just that I don't really like building that much, and I've sort of postponed it as much as possible. But I do have a bunch of bricks here and a bunch of nether bricks to finish that aspect of the building there. And I'm thinking what I'm going to do is do like stone brick beams and a stone brick ceiling, so like beams going across just for like the aesthetic of it. Or maybe I'll do wood beams or something, and then I'll have a stone brick ceiling. Something like that is sort of what I have in mind, just more of like a classical, like Minecraft looking factory. Not super inspired, but you know, it is what it is. And I made a system to automatically create cobblestone because I really couldn't be asked to go and mine it all. So I set up this system that will basically just pulse a Project Red block breaker, and it automatically just fills this thing here. And I was going to actually, I'm going to put a trash can next to this just so that it has a place to dump excess cobblestone, because otherwise I think it'll make a mess, but for now, it doesn't really need it because this has a massive amount of item capacity and it's not going to reach it for the foreseeable future. Initially, I actually had it set up with a red alloy wire, but for some reason it, like, or I should specify, I have a red alloy wire with a redstone torch, which I thought would sort of act as a natural timer in a way, because this would essentially like power the block in front of it. So it's, you know, it would be pointing into that cobblestone, and then whenever the cobblestone would get formed, it would power the block basically, and then it would power this, and it would trigger it, and then break it, and then, you know, when the next cobblestone is formed, it would do it again. But for some reason, it was jamming the block breaker. I don't know if there was like some kind of weird Minecraft redstone processing not happening correctly, but you know, this seems to be much more, what would you even call it? I guess much more reliable. So I just have it set this way. I'll probably end up moving it somewhere else just after a while, because you know, I don't want to hear the timer all the time. But for now, it's just here so I can get as much stone brick or just cobblestone so I can make stone brick as possible. Or maybe I'll find some other cobblestone stone based kind of thing to use. But you know, that's sort of my plan there. I'm at least putting in the effort to get started on it, so it'll happen eventually. But for now, I am going to try to set up the steel system. Oh yeah, I was also working on the floor, but I think did I end up smelting any brick of course I didn't. I thought I had granite brick lying around. Was it granite that I was using? Or was that marble? I can't even remember. Yeah, marble. I'll just do like a stack of this while I think about the next step of my project. Oh, there's my flint steel. There you go. So yeah, I have a system in mind for how I'm going to do the steel. Usually what I do is I set up like a huge, it's sort of like this, but it has even more molds, and I will process 15 units of steel at a time, essentially. But I have found in the past that the system can be sort of unreliable, almost in the same way that this was initially. I mean, this one was sort of for a different reason, I think, but sometimes it gets out of sync for some reason, like my old steel system that I had. It would run for like, you know, 100, 200 units, and then sometimes it would just randomly create, what do you call it? Not refined iron, I can't remember what it's called. Raw iron. It would end up creating raw iron after a while, and it would just jam the system. And I could never figure out what it was, but I did come up with a new system, sort of in a creative world. I was just testing, and I can essentially just make it process one unit at a time at a very like constant pace, which I think overall is better because I can sort of you know, custom tailor the amount that I want out of it rather than relying on 15 at a time, which also reduces the amount of logic I need to build into the system. So in addition to being more compact, I think it'll be a much more straightforward build. Oh, how do I make these all marble bricks? Let's see. Smooth marble. Oh, do I have to double smelt this? Yeah, of course I do. That's fine. I like the way those bricks look, actually. They look pretty nice. I'm pretty tempted, actually, to not switch these walls out, but put in, like, a different floor. Because I don't know. I feel like the blue and the color of this wall kind of clash a little bit. Not that I'm super concerned about it, but I think, you know, it looks a little overly, I don't know, like, old-fashioned Minecraft, I guess, where things just kind of clash all the time. I know people kind of like that aesthetic sometimes, but you know, if I can fix it, I will. I'll put like a black floor, sort of similar over there, maybe with a different material. But yeah, just something on my mind, I guess. Not a huge priority at the moment. Yeah, I have these stone bricks so that I can start working on that ceiling. But I won't do that right now. I'll do it off screen probably because building sucks to watch and I don't have much to commentate on with it. Here we go. Oh yeah, let me cut these. I'll cut like 16 of them. Ugh, there we go. I like using slabs just so I can see more when I build underneath it and also to save myself the trouble of having to make all those materials. Plus with the GregTech slabs, they're not a nightmare to break afterwards. For some reason, a lot of the Red Power, or whatever you call the Project Red, slabs, or even just like cut materials, they get like weird hardness values. I don't know if it's because of GregTech's tools not being able to do them correctly, I guess, but I've always noticed that like whenever I make marble brick slabs, for example, they end up getting like really hard material values, like the same as obsidian, I think. And I was only ever able to like get around it by making diamond pickaxes, like vanilla diamond ones. So I always get annoyed by those, but you know, GregTech ones work with GregTech stuff, so that's fine enough. So I think I need a little bit more steel if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I have enough for one hopper, which actually may be all I need here. I'm just trying to think of the material requirements for the steel setup. I think I'll have it sort of reverse of this one. I'll have it pointed that direction with the items coming out there. That way, whenever I have like an item retrieval system, I can just hook them both up very similarly. I'm just trying to think this through in my head. So I think what I did is had a timer. I should have just taken a screenshot and put it somewhere so I could look at it, but this is not smart. I should have put... Oh, I did. I have a thing there. I think I'm going to have to fire this up and make a deal if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. Let me see if I can just get away with making one hopper. I thought I needed two, but I may actually only need one. Yeah, I don't know. Why would I need two? I'm pretty sure I only need one. Just to insert the single steel each time. 1, 2, 3. Maybe I can just go into my creative world and take a look and show my testing a little bit. We'll see. So for me, I also need to make a barrel or a chest to make that hopper. There we go. And it's like this, I think, with the hammer. Do I not? Oh, wait. Oh yeah, that is this hammer. Okay. Steel hopper. Perfect. And I think, unless oh, I do already have a crucible. Excellent. Okay, I'm much more prepared than I thought I was. Why don't I have this stand on me, though? I don't know. And I think I also will need another burning box. I'll just go with a solid Invar one for now, and I can always, change it afterwards, but trying to think. I have to elevate this one a little bit higher than usual, because it's going to... Oh yeah, you know what? I do need more hoppers to pull the plate out, so I'm going to need to make 5 more steel, at least. Unless I think of something else. But I'll position everything for now just so I can ensure that I have everything correctly planned out. I need another barrel at least. So let me cut this. Actually, I'm going to do 2 so I can... Unless I already have extra GregTech barrels. That's a basin, never mind. Yeah, I'm going to make 2. So I can have 1 for the GregTech barrel, and then I can have 1 for the output. Oh, and I also will need another one for the hopper, but, that can wait until afterwards. Do I have any treated wood? Probably not. I'll just get 4 for now. Let's get... there we go. Get rid of it. Put that back there. And I will make more treated planks. I think I already have them. There we go. Actually, I might not have the raw iron rods that I need. Yeah, I don't. That's okay. I can fire this up and make a couple rods. 2 iron plates. Where is my flint and steel? Did I put it away? I did put it away. Come on. There we go. Let that heat up. Oh, and something else I did just briefly, because I ended up having to get more charcoal for my um just for my systems in general to fuel them. I ended up with a lot more creosote oil than I actually needed, so I made a system to dump creosote oil into the garbage. And the way I did that was by first I made some huge treated pipes because they have higher capacity, and then I put a valve. You can't really see it that well, but it's there we go. It's right there. It's on the side of the huge treated pipe pointing into the garbage. So essentially, what the valve will do is whenever it reaches a certain threshold, like a maximum threshold in the contents of the pipe, so whatever the contents of that wood pipe is, like 2,400 liters, for example. If it reaches that point, it'll dump some of its fluid into the garbage. So it just pretty much just dumps excess. And one, I guess, reason that I'm using the huge ones is that when this coke oven runs, it does it in batches of 16. And however much you get out of that is one thing, but when you run the willow logs through, you get twice as much creosote oil out. So you need to account for however much you're getting out, and I don't want to waste creosote oil when I actually need it. So I'm using the huge treated pipes in order to sort of load balance all of the contents that come out of here, and I think it might even still waste a little bit in the long run, but I think in general I probably need more charcoal right now than I do need creosote oil. So it's, if it wastes a little bit, it's whatever. So yeah, that's just sort of one of the systems I've made before. Yeah, saw, and I think I need a soft hammer. There we go. That will give me this, and then I can go and start building this steel system. I'll just build it like, I'll give it 2 blocks of space just in case. But it should have a pretty light footprint, all things considered. Oh, you know what? I also need plate mold. I don't know if I made an extra. I probably did not. That's fine. I'll just get 5 of these. And then use my knife and a rolling pin. Get mold. And then I think it's just a block of any kind. Yep, there we go. And then I will cook this bad boy up. Or where did I put the steel? There we go. And then I can go put this down. Obviously, it's not going to have a hopper next to it for now, but whatever. That's fine. These IC2 scaffolds are weird. They don't like having stuff not underneath them. Like a not full block, I guess. Okay, so that's that. That means I can... Oh, you know what? This is going to have to be actually one higher now that I'm thinking about it, so I might... like this, and then that, and then I'll put the hopper here. The reason I'm going to do it 1 block higher is so that I can... Basically this, I don't want to have to do this. I don't want to have to, like, occupy more, I guess, horizontal space than I have to. I would prefer to just use the vertical space, because I'm probably not going to use as much vertical space anyway. So, basically what I'm going to do is, instead of having it, like, come up, go down, and then into the back of the engine, I'll just have one pipe, and then I'll have the engine, and it'll point into the crucible directly, and the crucible will just be raised up one than it usually is. So that's my logic there. What am I missing here? Oh, let me do this. Put this here, and then I need my screwdriver and my monkey wrench to alter what I'm trying to do, and I'll also take this out. It's a good thing I actually made that. Where's my screwdriver? Oh, it's probably over there. Hello? There we go. There we go. Do like this for now. So divisible, and I want exact stack size of 1, and then I will put this here. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned it, but another thing I did over here I forgot to mention was so what you can do. I'm trying to think of the best way to explain this. So I think one of the problems was like one of the reasons it was failing. I don't know if it was like the only reason, but one of the reasons I noticed was that this hopper wasn't pulling down charcoal sometimes, and I wasn't sure like why that was. But what you can do, and what just in general GregTech barrels allow you to do, is if you right click them with a monkey wrench. So I'll show it here, and then I'll just point the thing out for a second to show. So you normally actually it wouldn't even matter if I had it pointed out or not, because it's not going to do anything. But point that there. So that hopper is disabled now, which means it will not pull out items. So, these are just going to stay in here until it would receive a redstone pulse, barring any other glitches or whatever. But, so this was causing some sort of like jam over there sometimes. And so what you can do is you can right click on a barrel with a monkey wrench, and then it will force the barrel itself to push items down. And this actually works really well for other types of machines that you might have that don't have auto inputs on the top or whatever, or you can just have your barrels like automatically input into a GregTech pipe, for example, or any kind of pipe system. It just saves you the need to have an extra hopper or just a hopper in general. But in this case, it allows you to force items into the hopper even when the hopper is disabled. So that way, when it gets I guess like the instruction or the pulse to, deposit its stuff, it already has a working buffer, which will clear up some of its, tricky, I don't know, weird nonsense with redstone sinking and all that garbage. So it's a really, really beneficial system for this kind of setup, because you just don't have to worry about having those extra buffers or whatever. So I definitely appreciate having that. And I just put like iron. Actually, you know what? I don't even want to have this type of barrel here now that I'm thinking about it. I want to have like I guess one of those barrels, just because, if I ever want to make this into iron ingots, for example, instead of iron plates, or if I just want to put like other units of iron that I don't necessarily have, um, I don't want to have to like resync that barrel to a different item or whatever. I just want to have like a generic inventory that I can put things into. So I will make one of those hoppers, or one of those barrels rather. Also, they're fireproof, so I don't have to protect these with glass. Whatever you call them, glass strips. So it'll be a multi-beneficial kind of thing. Oh, that brings up the problem. It won't be able to push things down. That's really annoying. Although I don't know if that would actually cause a problem now that I'm thinking about it. I guess it's a benefit weighing that I have to do of whether I need the push down effect or if I don't actually need it for this type of setup, because it's not exactly dependent on like multiple things. It's pretty much just like a pulse, you drop something in. I don't know. I think I would prefer the drop down stuff, to be honest, because I'm only ever gonna really use one type of thing, and I can always just put things into this hopper, or I can put another hopper that like pushes stuff into it manually. I think I'll just use, or here we go. I'll use that push down system instead, just so that I have peace of mind. Very, very interesting things that I have to always think about. Oh, you know what I also have to do is set this, or wait, what? Oh, wait, redstone auto input on. Okay, here we go. So yeah, whenever this gets a redstone signal, it will pour the contents of the crucible into itself. And I will put, well, I won't do anything there for now. I'll just leave it as is. And then I need to make another timer. I suppose I could just steal the one I already made, but I'll just make a new one. Let me go grab a bunch of redstone from over here. I ended up processing a bunch of my redstone and sifting it just to get redstone for the Project Red stuff. I don't know. Do I need this AND gate? I'm trying to think. I guess no, I think I only need the timer because, once it hits whatever required temperature, the AND gate will just, or the timer will just turn on Yeah, I don't think I need this. I'll just put this in here for now, I guess, with my other Project Red crap. And then I will, not an and gate, I don't need, oh shit, I just removed something off that wish list that I probably wanted, but whatever. Um, Timer, yeah, okay. What do I need? Just any kind of stone. Oh, that's certainly good that I made this system. Already up to 800, or nearly 900, I guess. Very nice. It's my flint steel. Did I put it back? Yeah. Alright. Let me see what else I will need in the meantime. I'll need more anodes for sure. Cathodes I can just make straight up. I'll get 2 of them. And I need some sticks. And then these plates. I don't know why this inventory is like sucking things out of my inventory. Oh wait, this didn't, okay, whatever. I guess I have an extra cathode. Get some of that stone. Oh, you know what? I needed the redstone torch, not that extra cathode. Whatever. I'm sure I'll end up using it for something else anyway. Oh no, it's like this, isn't it? Yep. Pointer. And then I'll put that here. Oh, I need conductive plates. 1, 2. Come on. Is it not? It really doesn't want to, like, pick these things. Wait, what is this? Conductive plate. Oh, I need to make one more, I guess. 1, 2. And pretty weird. I think it's just NEI clicking, not working properly with it. That's fine. Oh, and you know what? I will also need to make a new pair of thermometers. So I have to make, what is it called? More red alloy, and I also need to make that tin crap, whatever it's called. Can't think of the name. Oh, I'll also have to get cinnabar. Do I have enough cinnabar for 2 more thermometers? Yeah, I definitely do. I'll just put 3 here, and then I can let me clear some crap out of my inventory as well. Put these. I need this, and so let me. Actually, this might be enough heat to just. Let me get rid of this for now. So I have to be able to bottle that cinnabar or mercury out. 2 bottles, and I'll have to very quickly. Yep, that's more than enough heat. 1, 2, and then I can put that hopper back. And that is fine. Put that here. Of course, I don't have enough glass panes, so I need to make more glass. You know what? I think I can make glass panes for cheaper if I use a saw. Is it worth firing up a saw for this? I don't even remember. I don't really want to, like, remove any of this, because I would also have to hook water up. Oh, I guess I could just switch the lathe out really quick and put the saw there and hook it up with pipes. It probably wouldn't be too much of a problem. That would, I don't want to go and like dig up a bunch of sand, to be honest. I would prefer just to use what I have. There we go. Oh yeah, I forgot. I discovered, well, I don't mean like discovered, I guess, but I learned that you have to have the gear in place for, like on the side in order to transfer power to the top, which is interesting. I thought there was sort of like an axle that went through the middle of this. I guess like a theoretical axle, which means that like you have to either power one of the, you can power like any, I guess, of these sides. It doesn't really matter. But when I did it, I realized like I had to power this side in order to get that side. So I was just curious about like what kind of power usage. And I guess the machines don't consume power out of the system if they don't need to run, if that makes sense. So it was just an interesting fact I discovered. So I will cut up a couple pieces of glass, which I don't actually own. I'll make, I don't know, like 10 pieces. How much do you get out of that? I don't want to make like a billion glass panes, but just a couple will be enough for me. What's the conversion ratio? 6 to 16, 1 to 9. Oh yeah, that's significantly better. I'll do like 5, I don't, or 6 even. Just do that. Oh, you know what I should have done is start up the boilers before I even came over here. Whatever. I will put this in. Oh, it's actually, I'm going to need to fire them up anyway in order to run the, whatever that thing is back there, the wire mill. So I will start these up anyway. Come on. Actually, you know what? While I'm doing that, I'm going to make a fluid meter for this bronze drum. That way I don't have to keep using a stupid magnifying glass to look at it. So let me see what a fluid meter takes. Oh, it's pretty much the same, I think, as a thermometer. It just uses a couple of different items, but more or less the same. So I can still just do 3 long red alloy rods or whatever. So I will smash up some of this. I get, then hit that. Need a little bit more, but that's okay. I already have 3 here. Perfect. And then I don't want to use this redstone. I'll prefer to just like hit this on the mortar for a couple minutes, or a couple seconds really. Doesn't take too long. Just because this stuff is less useful, and I also just need to get rid of it because there's too much of it. Oops. Right, and then I will combine that, and we have enough. I will go put the rest of it back over here. Whoops. Yeah, 3 and 12 is correct. I think this becomes red alloy at like 1200 or something like that. I'm not going to be super scientific with it. Where is my... Oh, here. And I also need to make the thermometers with copper plates, which I also, of course, do not have. If I get better, just go make more copper in the meantime. I need at least 2. I don't know how much copper I actually have over there, so I will just make more. Also, did I see tiny copper? That's brass. Yeah, I'll go dump this in here. Get my 2 things. And that should have worked. Wait, what? Is that not working here? What? Am I mistaking the tier that this is done in? Cutter, 16 G per tick. Takes water. Huh? That not... I don't understand. It's working. Oh, you know what? The buzzsaw gets powered from the back or something, doesn't it? That's annoying. Okay. Whatever. I'll deal with it after. Oh shit. Cutting it close here. Let me put this away for a second. Good board. Okay. 1. Of course, this is going to take forever to come in my inventory now. Alright. And I can take that over and get my coils or whatever they're called. Or tiny wires, fine wires, I don't know. Whatever they are. I will take that gear. I'll put it there. And I'll get these. And then... I guess I can just do that. Then I can get these pipes from over here. And then just put it in the top. Because it's not really going to make much of a difference, really. Well, I could put the saw behind. I could put the saw like right here and it'll just throw crap on the ground, I guess. But then I won't have Ugh, this is becoming too messy of my own. It's my fault. It is only my fault, but yeah, I guess I'll just switch it out behind for now. It's not that big a deal. Saw here, put it facing that direction, which means it's now on, and I'll put the glass here, and I will put pipes into it. That. And that should work? No? Why are you not working? Oh, it is. It just takes a long time. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to make more spots to put my machines, but, you know, whatever. We also process my copper into plates. I'm also going to make a, I don't know what you call it, like a casting area where I can just have a bunch of crucibles with molds next to them. And that way I can just like kind of automatically forge or cast my metals into like whatever shapes I need rather than having to like manually come and do it this way, which will save me a pretty significant amount of time, I think, in the long run. So that's one of the ideas that I had. Let me see if the saw is done. Probably not done. It's probably working through. Oh, it is done. I'll go turn it off for now. I don't know why. I'm getting like weird lag spikes there. Of course, I didn't grab the glass panes and I didn't grab the wires. There we go. I'll leave that there for now just in case I need to run the saw or something again. Okay, we'll put this here for now. I'll put these back here. I need 8. Put them here like that, and then I just need 2 red dye of any kind. What do I have for red dye? I have poppy, but I think I also have some crap out here that I can turn into dyes. I don't like these flowers. I want to change the yield on them in configs if I can. They're just like really... It's very difficult to get like more than one of these things out when you break them. I only got 1 extra, which is not even enough. Really dumb. Well, I guess I will have to turn one of those thingies into dyes. Actually, I wonder if I have red dye over here, like water dye or whatever. No. Whatever. I'll just turn one of these poppies into red dye then. That's fine. Or can I mortar this or like increase its yield? Extractor? Squeezer? I guess a squeezer would work, but I don't own one, so whatever. Sometimes you just gotta bite the bullet on it. Pretty much just bone meal anyway. Wait. Oh, another copper plate. Put that here. And fortunately you can stack them. And then I need the double tin alloy plates and some redstone, which I already have. So I need 6 tin alloy? Yeah. So that's going to be, what is the ratio? Is it just 1-to-1 with raw iron? Yeah, so I'll have to get 3 iron, which is fine. And I will get that started immediately. And then I'll need 3 tin, which I believe I should have. Oh my god. No. Please. Alright, I will have to run this stupid thing again. Oh, it's not stupid, it's just a pain sometimes. Let me get this settled first. Turn it off. Alright, that's raw iron. What is happening? There's like weird delay going on. I don't know if that's just like visual to me, but it's like slight delays happening. I don't know if it's like one of the performance mods I have that I just updated. I know like false tweaks or whatever just got an update. I don't know if it's because of that. Sure. Let me put this lathe over here actually. Leave it in there. Oh, a bunch of ash. Probably why it's not on. Let me just grab a stack of this crap. Feed this. I'm not gonna have to run it for too long. I just need it to produce tin for me in any amount. Is there an item? Wait, what? There's an item on the ground here somewhere. I have no idea what it was. Did I drop something? What was that? I have no clue. I really hope it wasn't something that's important. What was that? I have no idea. Oh, you know what? The lathe goes there, the wire mill goes here. That's one thing, but I don't... Something was just on the ground here. I'll have to look at the recording afterwards and see what it was. Hopefully it was something that I didn't really need to care too much about, because I don't want to, like, be dropping stuff on the ground unknowingly. I need esterite or stanite, I believe. Which one of these has a better yield for tin? This is 1/72 tin. What is stanite? You can roast this? Oh yeah, that's what... Never mind. What was I looking at before? 9 chances at 1/72. Maybe I was looking at the same thing. Roaster, 9... Okay. 9 chances at 1/72. Or 80% each for Kesterite. What is the other one? Oh yeah, 80%. Okay, yeah, it's the same. So I'll just take whatever I have more of, which is stanite. Let me clear some stuff out of my inventory. Not nether bricks. I'll put... I carry too much stuff around with me. Like with the problem with GregTech. I'll have to make some like more satchels and some like backpacks or whatever is available to me to like carry around my inventory. Just because I end up burdening myself with all this stuff. Yeah, I'll just have to sit and mortar this because I don't have a shredder at the moment. Didn't drop any. And I can turn all that into stanite. Put that in. Put that there. Of course, as soon as I put stuff away, I end up needing it. Flint and steel. I should just keep the flint and steel in my backpack. There we go. That run a little bit. Oh, I can actually make another one. Perfect. I will let that run for a second. I could probably also run this because I'm sure I have substantial amounts of sluice juice. Yeah. I think... Oh, actually, I didn't put a barrel here, but if I had a barrel, I'm sure it would have been full. So that's fine. There goes all the the sulfur dioxide or whatever is coming out. I only need a little bit more tin. Put that in there for now. What else can I do in the meantime? I can prepare the stuff that I need for the... Not this one, but the weight meter, or the fluid meter rather. So I need 2 gold plates and tin alloy bolts. I think I already have those bolts. I do, so I just need the gold plates, which I don't have, but I can certainly make without an issue. Although I can't right now because it'll turn into ang melon, so... Another reason why it would be good for me to have like a, I don't know, like molds system of some kind. Where is that? There we go. Oops. Come on. I just need a little bit more. Is there a spot for nickel here? Can't remember. That's fine. Silver. I don't think that comes out of it. It does, though. Yeah, I must be pretty close at this point. Actually, I'm pretty tempted to steal this burning box. And I can replace this one with like a dense one, or just like a different material, just to speed this system up. because for the steel, I need like a pretty slow burning box. Not like super slow, but just slow enough to not exceed a temperature threshold, like basically the overheat threshold. So regular in-bar burning box is pretty well suited for that. But for this, it's pretty much whatever the limit of the steel is, so I can make a dense one and be just fine with it. Just gotta wait. Come on. I'm so close. I'm thinking I can dedicate this. What I'm thinking of doing, I guess, is like extending this maybe even more and putting it basically like as the border here instead of like the fences. And then I can line this wall with my barrels of material or whatever. And then I can have ore processing sort of go. Well, actually, what I could do is move my ore processing here, have it go that direction, and then have my general use machines, I guess, like in the middle or I don't know, like against this wall or something, and then I can have acids over here potentially. I don't know. I'm very like indecisive about these things, and what I end up doing is just cramming it all together, and then it ends up looking really bad. But hopefully, if I give it a little bit of thought, I can make it work to my advantage a little bit better. And I try not to rely too much on like digging down. But that's what I always end up doing is just digging down in the ground, and I never build like walls or anything. And I think it just tends to be like laziness. You know, just dig out the space rather than building up. But you know, I would like to try building up, making a skyscraper of machines and stuff. I think one of the concerns I have is that at a certain point you need to rely on like solar panels to auto start some things like uh, stuff that requires like burning boxes or stuff that requires I don't know like just manual ignition or whatever to start. I think like certain plastic processes or might be tungsten. I can't remember. One of those processes probably it's probably not tungsten. It's probably titanium is probably what requires manual ignition. I think if you want to do that automatically, you need like a igniter, and if you don't want to run a bunch of like wiring around, it's good to have like a little solar panel just sitting on top of it. So I'm thinking ahead to like what kind of sky access I want, or like having to build skylights into my builds. There we go. There's my 3. So that's another point of consideration that I have. Just something that I'm keeping in the back of my head for now. What does tin alloy get created at? Or that's not it. Tin alloy ingot. It is 1258. That's not too bad. And I can just dump the gold right in. Do I have my pincers? Yes. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll put the gold in now. I think my auto turn off system just went off. I was pushing it, but you know, good thing I have it. Come on. I just need the one more. Oh, there we go. And there's my gold. I forgot gold melts at a pretty low temperature. We'll just let this auto collection system do its thing. And I'll put these down here. There we go. I'm all set there. I need those 2 bolts. And then I need redstone of any kind. So I'll do... How much do I need for this? Fluidometer. None for that. It's on this. I need 6 for that. And then I need the foils, and I will need 12 total. Oh, there we go. 2 thermometer sensors, and then the fluid meter sensor requires a bucket, which I have an extra lying around. needs those bolts, and then, oh shoot, you know what? Whatever, I can just craft it in like a crafting table. It needs this, whatever, pressure plate thing. And then, there we go. I just want this for that. Oh, oh, you know, I will use my monkey wrench. I forgot can actually do that. Come on. Don't do this to me. Okay. Well, maybe I can do it this way. Oh, I thought this... Wait. Am I stupid? Absolutely, but... Let's see. Monkey wrench is set input side. Okay, I wasn't wrong. Is it... How come it won't read this way? What? I don't know why. That's very annoying. Oh, I guess I could just do that, and then I can put a cover. There we go. I guess I can just look in like that. Not the solution I really wanted, but it seems like my options are quite limited, unfortunately. I'll do that, and then I'll put one here. And I need my screwdriver if I have it, which I do. I'll set this to above... What limit should I put this above? Like 2300. That's pretty much at the limit. I can even probably put it lower because I don't think it'll ever get above that point. And it's better to be safe, but doesn't need to be for now. And then this one, I will put it above... I'll put it like a couple degrees above steel, which is 21 or 2040, I think. So I can do like 2050 steel ingot. Oh, 2046. Yeah. So 2050 is definitely a safe one. Just to give it like a little bit of a buffer to reach that threshold. Sometimes it just gets a little finicky. But that way... Oh, I think I also need... I'm trying to think of how I need to do this. So I need to force disable the mold. Or no, the mold will only react with redstone, so that's fine. It will just work on the timer. That's completely in line with what I want. And then I need the timer to be enabled by this, which means I need another redstone torch, which I actually already have, which is good. So essentially the timer will direct the crucible, or not the crucible, it'll direct the mold. That's pretty much what I have in mind. I'll probably put this even higher. I'll put it like right here. Well, I could do that, but what are the input sides here? Just the back, okay. Trying to think of like the most compact way to do this. It's not like a huge deal if I'm not super compact with it, but if I can manage it, I prefer to make compact things. I don't even know why I have these. I don't know what I use them for. Oh, I used it for a pillar. Where is my wire cutter? Put it away? Weird. Oh yeah, I did put them away. I thought I always kept them with me. I should make a pocket knife, actually. That would be a good investment. A good use of steel. Okay, so... that. I can even... It doesn't even have to be here. It could really come anywhere, but... I'm trying to think. Well, I can put the timer here, because this actually would input, and then I could realistically just have the red alloy wire go like that, and I could put this here, like that, That should enable the pouring. Oh, you know what? That won't work because I need it to be disabled by default. So that is an important catch for me to make. So I should put it like this, this, and then put a redstone torch on top like that. Put the timer like that. Why are you pointing down? Like that. Hello? My... Oh, wait. What? My... Is it not allowed here? Oh no, it's fine. I was just gonna place it in a weird spot, I guess. If I can put that there and there, point this one down. So that will enable this. The hopper will get... Oh, you know what? I need a repeater. Yeah, I'll make a red alloy, or a red, whatever, Project Red repeater. Or I can make a vanilla one, I guess, but Project Red is placeable in other directions. Just because I need to delay the hopper like a slight bit from the rest of it. Let me see what this costs. Ah, not that bad. Let me grab all that crappy redstone that I still have. Then I have to go into my creative world and test really quick. Or just check what my timing is on the steel. I always used to know it offhand, like what the time to use like this setup to create one unit of steel was. I used to have it like memorized, but not anymore. Fortunately, I'm still carrying most of these things. I just need a conductive plate. I need 2 cathodes, which I think I actually made one of. So, you know, not to say that I have future sight or anything, but I'm not also denying that. Of course, I need to make a new one. Cathode. There we go. Ah, I just realized I need more red alloy wire. Red. Or actually, I have it over here. I think I could just wire mill ingots, yeah. I'll make a fair amount of that. How much redstone do I have? Turn this flawed redstone into real redstone. Go. Make a good amount of it. I'll make 4 ingots worth. Whatever that may be. Actually, I have more redstone here. But I will just make 4 for now. Actually, I can do that. 1, 2, 3. And I will put that in here. And while I'm making the red alloy, I will start this up. There we go. Get my wrench ready. I think I still have the sawmill there, so I will replace it with the wire mill. Put it out. And that's all good. Put this back. Perfect. Oh, and I need to get the copper. Here we go. So 16.4, yep. Alright. Get that started up. And get this ready. Put that screwdriver back. I don't think I need it anymore. And I can put this back here. And I can put this cobblestone away. Put that away as well. Well, no, I'll keep that on because I need to do more flooring work after. Come on. Actually, you know what I should do is check on this system over here. I want to see how much iron it made. It's chewing through that stuff, just like a champion over here. I'll give it another stack of charcoal. Why not? Well, that's gonna have to pull back down anyway. Probably, actually, yeah, I need more fuel. Make it a little more. That is done. Can get my ingots, or what? Oh, maybe it's not at the right temperature. Whoops. Or what temperature it needs to be. Like 14 something. Copper, I guess. There we go. Shit. Oh, so annoying. There we go. Yeah. Wait. Oh, I need to... So I guess that does use power, the one on the top. I thought it didn't. Interesting. Guess I learned something new. Okay. Get this stuff here. I'll bring that charcoal brick over here to feed my system. Go. Alright. Now I can do this. How do I want to set this up? That redstone torch is there. I could put the repeater sideways. I'm trying to think of like if this is going to be a space efficient thing. Of course it's going to place it that way. Does not want to work for me. Like that. Yeah. And then I'll just have to wrap the output side, I guess, around. Yeah. Put it there. Oops. Get the wire cutters. Do like that. That. Back them like. That's not too bad. Then I can try to put a delay on that if I can reach it. I'll put it to 8 ticks, similar to what I have over here. Oh, I should put a pulse former as well. Oh my god. It's fine. I can squeeze that in there because I'm not using the wall space for much anyway. Let me see what a pulse former needs. Pulse former. Oh my god. Okay. It's quite a lot. It's not expensive. It's just a lot of garbage. Just stone here for now. Perfect. Cathode. How many cathodes do I need? 3. Okay. 3. 3. Then I can do that. Is that everything I need? Nope. Need 2 of these. Okay. That should be good. Then I can just... Well, I don't know like what even the best way to do this is. It's not going to line up exactly the way I wanted it to. How do I have it set up here? Repeater into a pulse former? Yeah, okay. Do it the same way on this side. Actually, I didn't even connect that repeater. Is there a way for me to reach this from down here? No. Touch it from that. Okay. So I guess I'll just put the pulse former like directly in line with this. Of course it's not gonna work with me. No. Why would it? Okay. Do it like this. Pulse former. So that's in, out. Yep. And then I think I'll just do that torch, and then I'll have to put it here. I'll probably need another torch here so that mobs don't spawn on the wall until I put a roof in. Then I can just put this red alloy wire here. This. That's all good. Alright, that will work. So the only things I need now are a hopper here. I need the burning box. And then I need the engine setup, which I'm just going to steal off of there because I don't need it there anymore. It's only there for the steel, so I'll just stick it right on here. And then also I'll have to hook up my water line, which I think I'll just do off screen. Then I'll come back and I'll kind of showcase it. But I also need to go check the timer duration. I think it's 8 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. I just want to make sure I have it perfectly correct. But I think it's 8 seconds, just in case anybody is curious in the meantime. But yeah, pretty much this is the setup. It's just a pretty simple, almost a replica of what's over there. It's just a different like methodology. So essentially, once this reaches temperature for steel, it will enable the timer, which is currently disabled with a torch. So whenever this gets to temperature, this torch will turn off. The timer will turn on. And then when the timer pulses, it will pour this mold. It will go into this repeater while that mold is poured out. And then after this short delay of 8 ticks, it will pulse, and then it'll put one more item in, and then it'll start it all over again. And the item in there will reduce the temperature going back down. And obviously, the whole time that this is running, you have to have the engine boiler setup going. So that'll just be constantly running. And then whenever no more items are being poured in, or if for some reason this just reaches a temperature that we don't want it at, this will trigger a piston to turn off the burning box under the crucible, and it'll also turn off the one on the boiler. So it'll control both of those. That's what I'm going to be aiming for. It's not too much of a complicated system. It's pretty straightforward, and it'll definitely all fit in here, and I'll have a little room on the side there for whatever else I want. So I will work on that off screen, and I'll come back and showcase it, and then I will move on to the next step. So I will see you guys later.